don't have to cut my pills in half each month. That's because President Obama is closing the prescription drug donut hole. He strengthened Medicare. He extended the life of the program by 8 years. And what Governor Romney and Congressman Ryan won't admit is that their plan would require current seniors to pay on average $600 more each year for prescription drugs. Unacceptable. And the Romney-Ryan plan would replace the guarantee of Medicare with a voucher that wouldn't even keep up with costs.
The chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee, Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz, talking health and talking women's health during her address to the Democratic Convention. Women's health issues have come up quite a few times in this convention, but most notably and getting the most attention was a woman who got a lot of attention earlier in this year for talking about women's health issues. Of course, that's Georgetown grad student Sandra Fluck, who was taken out to the cleaners after her testimony before Congress by Rush Limbaugh and others. Here's what Sandra Fluck said from that very podium last night.
During this campaign, we've heard about two profoundly different futures that could await women in this country, and how one of those futures looks like an offensive, obsolete relic of our past. Warnings of that future are not distractions. They are not imagined. That future could become real. It would be an America in which you have a new vice president who co-sponsored a bill that would allow pregnant women to die preventable deaths in our emergency rooms. An America in which access to birth control is controlled by people who will never use it. An America in which politicians redefine rape, and victims are victimized all over again. We know what this America would look like. And in a few short months, that's the America that we could be. But that's not the America that we should be, and it's not who we are.
You know, other than noting that Rush Limbaugh picked on the wrong woman earlier this year, because she is a star in the making.
You can say that again.
Oh, boy. But Democrats are really banking that these kinds of social issues can trump some concerns about the economy. I'm curious if you think speeches like that can do it, or if it's really all about the economy.
Well, I think it's primarily about the economy, without a doubt. But what you try to do in an election is to define the debate on issues where you can win. So obviously, what the Democrats are doing is try to talk about the issues where they think they have an advantage. This is, without a doubt, an issue where they have an advantage against the Republican Party. If they were going to have an advantage in the economy, they will be talking about that. So I think this is important. But if you think about women, they don't vote as a bloc. They tend to vote a lot about the issues that are important to them. They're very pragmatic. Even in the case of Clinton, when Hillary Clinton was running against Obama, they didn't vote women as a bloc for Hillary Clinton, as African American voted for Barack Obama.
I think that the Republicans have a problem when it comes to Ms. Fluck. She is someone, if they have her travel the country, and you can assume that the Democrats are going to do exactly that, she is very persuasive. Here's why. She's not a partisan. She's not an attack dog. She is talking as a young woman who just graduated from Georgetown Law School, who was attacked by Rush Limbaugh, who I frankly don't understand why anybody would listen to on the radio, but that's my personal gripe, you know. But anyway, so she was attacked by him, and she's going to travel America telling women the story of how she believes what will happen under Team Romney, what will happen under Team Obama. If she's making the case, that gender gap is going to continue to grow and be a problem for Republicans.
All right, Dominic, thank you. We're going to head back to Charlotte for another update from the convention when we return. Stay with us.